All right, everybody. Greetings from McBean's Farms and Prepping. It's going to be a new channel that I'm starting. I still will be putting on my McBean Scottish Fitness also. So today I did a quick little, I had some extra money prep. So those thinking, what should I prep? How should I prep? You know, I don't have the money to prep. Well, the thing of it is you can start a little at a time. So what I did when I was in the store, I was looking for things that, number one, that I need, not necessarily in a lot of quantity, and number two, that were on sale. So we'll start with canned chicken. So this is great to store. It lasts quite a while. The best by dates are back in sometime in 2024 on these. I'll use these in soups. I use them to make sandwiches, chicken salad. It's a great source of protein. You're getting 15 grams per serving, and each container has 7 grams. So there's 3, 5, 7, it's 105 grams per can. To give you an idea, your body needs about a half a gram per body weight if you're fairly active. So with me, minimum I need about 125 grams a day, but I try to kick it up to 200 because I do work out pretty heavily. But one of these cans nearly gets me there. So I bought that because it was on sale. Did I buy a lot of it? No, because I have been doing this for quite a few years. So all I'm doing is I'm kind of topping off. I make a list of what I use, and then after a while when I see it on sale, I pick it up and I refill what I needed. So another thing, not necessarily needed it, but tuna, which used to be able to pick these up for 50 cents a can all day, and lately the cheapest I've seen is $1, maybe $1.15. They actually had these for 78 cents a can. So once again, I didn't grab a bunch of it. I grabbed 4 cans. To be honest with you, for me that's maybe a day and a half. Let's look at the nutrition on it. So each can has 22 grams of protein. And I believe each can is 1 serving. So 22 grams of protein, so there's 88 grams. There's half my day's allowance right there at 78 cents a can. Another item that we like is Hormel chili. We usually have this when we're doing chili dogs. So this is like something you can eat alone, but it's also considered an additive. It has 17 grams per serving, and there's 2 servings in here. So there's 34 grams per can, 2 cans. Bought it at a decent price, not as cheap as I used to, but about $1 cheaper than what it usually sells for. So, you know, there's 68 grams of protein right there. And these will last a long time. This is good until 2024. And that's the best by date. So November 2024. Can you go longer? Yep, as long as you store it in a cool, dry place. And then if you are opening it up, you have to pay attention to it. If you hear a psh, throw it out. So when in doubt, throw it out. On this one here, this is Best Buy of February of 2025. So these are just fill-ins on ones that we used. Another item that I really like is Bear Creek dry soups. These are replacing my canned soups, although I still buy canned tomato soup because they don't make a dry tomato soup. They have Best By dates too. I don't know why it's dry. As long as you keep it dry, I think they'd last forever. This one is saying February of 2024. But where I store them, I get another couple years on them easily. Not that I have to worry about that. Same thing, February of 2024. Each one of these makes 8 cups of soup. And then what I do is I add to it. So I'm doing creamy potato. I'm chopping up 3 or 4 potatoes to add to this. If I have available, which I usually do, either cream of chicken or cream of potato soups, I will add that to it. And then I usually put a can of vegetables in there, whether corn or peas. And I'll chop up spam or ham, spam, into this. So when I do it that way, this will actually make 12 cups of that, and it provides 2 full meals for the missus and I. Also, this is about once a month I grab a couple lighters. I don't smoke, but this is how you make fire. I have these all throughout the house. I have them in storage. They're just great things to have if you need to make a fire. I buy these all the time. I buy matches all the time. Yes, I do have a ferro rod in flint and steel, but hey, I'm going to go for the easy way first. Also, Lipton onion soups were on sale. I use these as a spice for my roast. So generally I'll cut up a roast, I'll put it in a crock pot. One of these packages go in there. A thing of beef broth goes in there. Cook it for 6 hours. 6 to 8 hours between low and high heat. Throw some potatoes and carrots in there. Once again, we have a nice full meal for the wife and I for probably 2 good meals. On its own, it does have nutrition, but not a lot. It's basically more of a spice. I consider these spices, and I try to have a lot of these in reserve. These will last forever. It's got a best use by date, but seriously, if you don't get them wet, they really should last forever. You know, this is saying Best Buy used March of this is by December of 2022. There's nothing to spoil in this. So, other things I buy. Candles. Tea light candles. These are dual purpose. Well, there's 50 in this pack. They can be used to heat up food. And crunch. You can cook with these. You know, you get about 8 of these going, they do produce quite a bit of heat. They also provide light. They also provide heat. They burn for about, they say 4 hours, but they burn for about 3 hours. And they do produce a lot of heat. In the case of power outages, they'll produce you light. And then sometimes I will pick up some larger ones. These will throw out more heat per candle. They don't last that much longer. But I try to have a bunch of these on reserve. At one time I may have over 1,000 of these. And it's a secondary heat for the house. It provides light, provides heat, provides security. These are things that you want to be thinking about. And this is just a small sample. There's a lot of other things which I'll cover as time goes by. What you do with the bags, you know, you can throw them away. Or you can send them to a recycle place, which would be better. Or you can repurpose them. So during the spring, when it's really muddy and I need to get in the garden, I tie one of these around each foot. And then I can walk into the sloppy mud. I don't sink in. I don't get my shoes dirty. I can do my work in the garden. I can come back out, take them off, throw them away, or recycle them. So these are worth keeping. So this was my quick little mini. I got some extra money prep. I did buy some water, but that's kind of a continuing on thing. I always like to have, you know, a couple cases of water handy, sometimes as much as 6 cases. I do have water filtration, which I use. I do have a Berkeley. I do have a well and septic. I have a pond. I got creeks by me, so I got plenty of water sources. But it never hurts to have that. I was in the store one time and they goes, well, why are you buying those waters? Don't you have a faucet? I said, sure I do. Don't you ever have a power outage? You know, does your city ever give you a boil order? All right, so, you know, come on, let's use some common sense. It doesn't hurt to have a couple cases sitting over in the corner ready for immediate use. So that's it on today. So I am separating the channels. Eventually this will get posted on both channels. So I have the McBean Scottish Fitness, which is going to be more towards nutrition and fitness. And then I'll have McBean Farms and Prepping, which is going to be kind of what's, you know, country life, farming, gardening, and preparedness. So if you have any questions, any ideas for videos you'd like me to make, please put them in comments or send them to the email on my Farm and Fitness, which will be j_mcbean@hotmail.com, or on my regular and Scottish Fitness at gmail.com. Thank you.